it's approaching the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
What's good? We're going to cover a unit that really did get a resurrection with all the EZAs. Out of the 7 units, this is one of those units that really did get an enhancement with the Extreme Z Awakening. So, of course, I'm referring to the Extreme Intelligence type Metacooler unit. As you all know, this guy was pretty much obsolete once the Agility Metacooler came out as part of the Dokkan Fest banner, but this guy with the EZA became a very good supporting type unit that can actually hit for a pretty decent amount. So we'll go through the stats and we'll go from there. So again, Extreme Intelligence type, leader skill is all types plus 3 key HP, attack and defense increase of 70%. So a pretty decent rainbow type leader skill there. The super attack will cause supreme damage but also massively lowers defense. So, in terms of the potential levels, you could certainly focus on additional attack versus criticals or evasion, but you can certainly go with a balanced approach. But just keep in mind, it is massively lowers defense, so that's going to be very helpful in the tougher, drawn-out type of battles. In terms of the passive skill, it's an attack and defense increase of 50%, and then all allies get attack increase of 30%. But also extreme type allies get plus 3 key and 40% to defense. And as you can see, this unit is a very good linking partner for the LR Metacooler army because of the passive support as well as some of the link skills that they do share. And you can pretty much guarantee that the LR Metacooler army gets an 18 key super just by getting this guy as part of the link. It pretty much makes things a lot easier. In terms of links, you've got auto regeneration, that's 33% HP recovery, shocking speed plus 2 key, nightmare is 10% to attack, strongest glide in space plus 2 key, thirst for conquest is also 15% to attack, fear and faith plus 2 key, and shattering the limit is plus 2 key as well. 4 categories for this unit: resurrected warriors, movie bosses, wicked bloodline, and artificial life forms. For this one, you're seeing it on the movie boss category. At 100% potential, HP is 13,402, attack is 13,665, defense is 9,690. 12 Ki Multiplier is 140% for this one. And in case you never ended up raising the SA levels, you can go to the Metacooler story event and actually farm the SA now. So they do have bonus drop rates based on categories, so it is a lot easier than it used to be. So if you're thinking about maxing the SA, definitely go through that story event. It'll probably make things a lot easier, and you could avoid having to use Kais and whatnot. So again, this unit did get quite of an improvement, not only from the passive support, but this guy also gives himself an attack and defense increase now, versus before at TUR status, it was simply just 30% to attack for allies, and then extreme type get plus 2 key. Now that's changed a pretty significant amount. Again, the attack and defense increase of 50% is going to help him hit for a lot more. Allies still get that 30% increase to attack, but extreme type allies now get, instead of plus 2 key, plus 3 key, along with defense increase of 40%. So that's going to make things a lot easier for some of these other units that were missing enough key to get that 18 key. I'm specifically referring to the LR Metacooler army. Now, for this particular showcase, you will see a lot of rotations where the free-to-play Dragon Ball Super movie Golden Frieza is on here, just because they do share some pretty good links. But the Golden Frieza also does provide a boost to attack from his own super attack. So just to really focus on maximizing the Metacooler's potential, you'll see this guy on the rotation a lot just to provide that maximum boost possible. As well as the super attack boost to allies attack. Golden Frieza also does provide a pretty decent boost to the movie boss category type allies as well. So you're seeing a pretty good boost up from the Golden Frieza unit, along with the Metacooler unit himself, as well as Turles and various other different units on the team. So I did want to link the LR Metacooler army a lot in the rotations, just to just to see how much of a benefit it would have on this guy. In terms of like a practical standpoint, you know, you could certainly run Metacooler as a floater, but since he does have the ability to massively lower defense, you know, depending on the type of battle you're going with, sometimes you might want to have, you know, him in the first or second slot. But for longer, drawn-out battles where you can actually reduce the enemy's defense, most cases you should be able to, like, for example, the Legendary Goku battle. You know, you could certainly use him as a floater and provide the support to allies, as well as massively lower defense. You know, over the course of time, it does stack to a pretty decent amount, so that's certainly a way to do that. But in this particular showcase, you know, it is the highlighted unit, so definitely wanted to give him the best case scenario, basically. But if you look at it from before and after standpoint, this guy might have been able to get about 600, 700k in attack stats. Now you're looking at, you know, depending on the rotations, like 1.5 million to, you know, upwards of 1.8 million. I can't remember 100% what the highest attack stats were during this test, but yeah, he definitely did get a pretty significant improvement. So of course, Golden Frieza is providing a hell of a benefit of being part of the rotation. But yeah, 1.5 million, honestly, that was unimaginable before the EZA. So it's kind of crazy how the older units really do come back to life with the Extreme Z Awakenings. I really think that's one of the best things that Dokkan Battle has introduced, is simply the Extreme Z Awakenings. Not from just an Extreme Z battle standpoint where you're able to, you know, get free Dragon Stones and whatnot, but the EZAs themselves, they make the units that were obsolete, you know, back into the spotlight a little bit. You could actually run this guy on a variety of teams. Again, he does fall into a lot of categories. The only drawback with this one is you do have to, you know, pull out the agility version from the team, because unfortunately they share the same name, so you can't run them together. But you know, both of them provide their own benefits. Of course, the Dokkan Fest Metacooler is much better overall, just because of the simple fact that he's a Dokkan Fest unit. They make him better for a reason, but this one is a very good supporting type unit. So for cases where you do need some sort of better support on the team for maybe a tougher battle or a tougher event, you know, this guy definitely certainly fits the bill for that. I would imagine the massively lowered defense option would definitely benefit the team overall in the Legendary Goku battle, or even like Super Battle Road, stuff like that, where you really do need the maximum, you know, status effect boost that you can get. So I see the maximum value from those types of events, but even on, you know, a standalone normal event, this guy can certainly be beneficial on whatever category teams he's on. And there are quite a few. I mean, even Turles, with having the Metacooler on the rotation, his numbers definitely do get a lot better as well. You know, they're both providing support to each other in terms of, you know, the attack portion. So certainly very beneficial to a lot of units. Typically for Turles, you would expect right at about 1 million, maybe a little bit short of that. But yeah, with Metacooler on the team or rotation, you know, he was hitting close to about 1.4 million. That's before the transformation, or you know, whatever you want to call that, where he eats the Fruitamite or whatever it was called. But yeah, overall, pretty solid improvement. Pretty solid is actually a modest statement. It's actually very solid. So I think it'll benefit a lot of people. So hopefully you found this video helpful and insightful. Thanks for watching as always, and definitely stay tuned for the next one. All right, peace out.